They clapped. Not for the grade, for boundaries. Mine. Now the rewind. In Psychology of Learning, Professor Ibarra assigned a capstone with documented contributions. Our group had one disruptive variable named Liam. He loved the aesthetics of effort. Big words, busy hands, empty Google Docs. He called avoidance delegation. I call it a pattern. I tried restorative practice. Week 1, I made a task matrix. Week 2, I set deadlines as invitations. Week 3, I aligned on expectations using kind, specific language. His response: relax, you are good at this. That was not feedback. That was outsourcing. So I journaled the urge to rescue. I named the story where my competence becomes community property. Then I chose a different intervention. Nonparticipation in my own exploitation. The plan was simple and ethical. I made 2 slide decks. Deck A looked like cohesion. Unified theme, clean data, and a bibliography with tiny hearts, because I am allowed to be cute. Deck B documented reality, a contribution ledger, time-stamped edit history, and a neutral narrative of roles. Not punitive, a mirror, presentation day. Reverse setup move. Before we began, I handed Professor Ibarra a sealed envelope labeled process notes to be opened after Q&A. Then I breathed. Our group spoke. By our, I mean 3 of us shared work while Liam performed attention, nodding loudly, owning conclusions he had never met. Questions came. I answered calmly, citing sources. When Liam said, "We brainstormed that together," I said, "I appreciate your enthusiasm." Slide 12, footnote C, links to the draft where that model was derived. The edit history shows my authorship at 2:14 a.m. My tones stayed warm, my boundaries did the work. After the last question, I nodded to the envelope. The professor opened it and met Deck B in grayscale. Page 1, process integrity with our agreed roles. Page 2, the ledger. Page 3, screenshots of version histories, because receipts are a love language. Silence stretched, like air returning. Then Professor Ibarra asked, "What does fair look like?" Hands rose. A girl said she had cried last semester, doing 4 people's labor, and had thought it was normal. Someone else said boundary, and it moved like a bird, finding an open window. Credit was recalibrated. 3 names received full points. Liam received a reflective assignment. I did not gloat. That belongs to short-term relief. I chose integration. And then the clapping. Not wild, not performative. Small, human. From people who recognize the cost of being the group engine and the relief of stepping off the track. I did not bow. I breathed and sat. The ledger closed. The lesson did not.